think in some ways, possibly the thing that is most important in terms of fashion is its contribution to culture. It has the potential to empower people all over the world through offering them a sustainable living. It also makes a huge contribution to the way that we express ourselves, and so I guess if you're bringing in sustainability into that process, you're expressing something different rather than just something that's about aesthetic. You're saying something a bit more profound, maybe.
A textile designer always dreams about India. So I've bought embroidery from India since I was about 18, doing a work placement at Karl Lagerfeld, and I've never stopped, and I don't think anything could replace India in production.
My experience of sourcing textiles and garments in India has been vast and been varied over the past, I'd say, 20 years. It's a fantastic and massive industry, and it's been really fruitful. There's been a lot of learning over the years, and it's really increased, but it's adapted really well and it's grown, and it's one of the key places to go to for most retailers in the industry.
They have all the fabrics, they have really good qualities, and they have really good skills in weaving, embroidery, in everything. So it's just like you go to India because you have everything there.
They know so much, and it takes very little to sort of harvest it and make something that's, make them aware of what's needed to produce a really beautiful garment that is sellable in the Western world.
The main challenges, I suppose, are the balance between cost and quality. You go to India very often to get a good cost base, and it, as a trade-off, you might actually end up getting a poor quality garment. So that's the main challenge.
The other problem is the fact that there's no really good comprehensive library of the sustainable textiles that are available from India, and there's actually a huge amount.
In terms of resolving the challenges, you always have to look for new models of working. There's no one model that can work in India. You need to work with the needs and the capacities of individual groups and individual suppliers.
Essentially, India is a very important sourcing destination for the fashion industry, but there are a lot of problems, social, environmental, cultural, in terms of the way that fashion operates in the Indian context. So we felt that we needed to look at that and find ways of encouraging designers, buyers, people in the industry here to think differently about the way they source from India. Really, we wanted to kind of create an interactive tool that almost becomes like a sort of online space for discussing some of the key issues related to sourcing in India, and particularly sustainable sourcing in India. I then hope that people will actually interact with it by adding information, by placing comments, by contacting us and giving us case studies of good practice they've found in India, possibly bad practice they've found in India, so that we can really build a kind of resource that keeps on growing and evolving.
This garment is typically Indian. It's beautiful fabric, it's cut in a beautiful way, it's got handwork on it that is pretty much, you're not able to do that anywhere else.
Okay, I think this shirt is really important because it really represents a really clever way of growing cotton that's not just organic or fair trade. It actually encompasses both of the elements of those projects into one.
This garment for me is a very hopeful garment. It shows that it is possible to be in big business, but also to be sourcing from very small scale craft groups that mean a huge amount to craft communities across India.
I've used a vintage kimono that dates back to the 1940s, but I've mixed it with fair trade organic jacquard that's been sourced in India.
So this is a garment that was a very successful Stella McCartney piece, and although the label says Stella McCartney, made in Hungary, for me it's an Indian piece because it was very much mainly produced in India. And what I'm proud of is the fact that we employed some rural communities in India.
This shirt is really important to me because it was actually given to me in India. It really kind of sums up a lot of what we're trying to encourage people to do in India, to source more sustainably, to work with the skills that already exist there, and to develop the kind of regional specificity and culture.